Hi guys, it's Eileen from Now There's a Crafty Idea, and I just thought I'd come with a nice haul video. I have been missing for a while, and there's been issues with my equipment and my health, but I'll not go into that here. So this is the first video I've done for a while, and I have been shopping. So yeah, it's great to get out and get some shopping done again, because I haven't really had a good shop for a long time. So I was told loads and loads of shops for to get all my little treasures. And I went to York. And if you haven't been to York, it's a fabulous city. It's absolutely beautiful, and there's just everything to do there. There's history, there's shopping, there's beautiful river walks, and you can walk the wall of the town because it was once a walled city. It's a great place, and it's fantastic for vintage things. So there's a lot of charity shops, a lot of vintage shops, a lot of antique shops, and a lot of knick-knacky, what I call knick-knacky shops, you know, where it's just got all sorts of different things, and you know, you find the strangest things in them, and I love shops like that, because you get so many wonderful things. So yeah, so this is a combined haul from York and also from my local city. I did manage to get out again the other week, and I had some fantastic finds in a local vintage shop we have. So I'll show you them as well, and I'll tell you where everything came from. So this one was from York. There was a YMCA there, and I think, was it a YMCA, or I think it was, yeah, or it might have been at the Oxfam. Anyway, it was one of the charity shops, and they had a big bin full of vintage fabrics. So I kind of went through them, and I found a couple that I really liked, and the other ones just weren't suitable for what I needed them for. But this fabric, I love it. It's a very heavy haberdashery fabric, so it's going to be great for making covers, and I just love this pattern. I mean, isn't it beautiful? And I got quite a bit, so they are offcuts from, obviously, someone's been making curtains or covering a piece of furniture or something. But I've got this big piece, so it's got enough for 2 journal covers there. And then I've found this piece, which is almost exactly the same, and it has enough for 2 journal covers there. So yeah, so 4 journal covers. So that was a great find. I really enjoyed that. And then there was this fabric, and I've already cut this fabric ready, because I'm keeping some for me. I'm making some fabric flips and some pockets with it. But I've also cut it, well, torn it into strips to put into the Etsy shop, which I'll hopefully be getting around to doing the end of this week. The week coming, because this is Saturday today, yeah, so it'll be in the shop next week. So yeah, I mean, that's a I love that. It's so 80s. I mean, this is just so 80s. I love it. So yeah, I've got that one. So that was my fabrics that I found there. And then I also found, let me find the books. So I found this one. Now this is a lovely book, because Crewel Embroidery, if you're not sure what it is, it's the Bayeux Tapestry, so it's that kind of thing. And as soon as I opened it and saw this page, I was like, yep, I'm having that, because that is just fantastic. I just love it. It's beautiful, and it's going to make a lovely page in a journal. But when I opened it and saw these beautiful patterns and pictures, and look at these, aren't they gorgeous? They'll be great in a junk journal. And there's just so many, and the patterns of the fabric. Now this is still in copyright, so I can't photocopy it. Look at the aging around the page. It's all very yellowed. It's lovely. But I can use these in a junk journal, so they're just stunning. So I have been thinking about doing a textiles, like sewing, embroidery kind of journal, so this is going to come in handy. And if I use those fabrics, then I'll be making 4 journals, so that'll be great. And then I found this one. I love this one. Again, it's still in copyright, so I can't scan it, but I can use the bits out of it. And the pictures are lovely. This is just going to be hours and hours of fussy cutting. And look at these. I mean, these pages are long. Can you imagine? There's one page already being took out. That wasn't me, by the way. But can you imagine that in an autumn junk journal? Beautiful. and there's like flowers, plants, berries, mushrooms, butterflies, which really always struggle to find butterflies, but this has got like, I can't find them right now, but it has got pages of butterflies in. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun fussy cutting these and putting them in my ephemera, so I was really happy with that one. And then I was running out of excuse me one sec, music, because I've you know, I don't, let me just move these couple out of the way. I go through music quite a lot. I love it, using it in my collages and for pages. I actually like using music pages in the books. So I needed some more music, so I went into another vintage store in York and I found all these books. Now there's that one, there's this one, and they're great because the music's quite small, so it's really good for when I'm doing my collages. And then this one, look how lovely and yellow this is. It's absolutely amazing. So I got them, and that's something different. But yeah, I got all these wonderful music books, and they were all really cheap. But now that I've got quite so much, which is like, I've got huge amounts. I mean, look at this one. Isn't that cover just gorgeous? I mean, that's just beautiful. So now I'm going to put together some packs, because I have got lots and lots of vintage books, and I'm going to put together some packs to put onto the Etsy store, and I will be putting some of this music in there because it's just beautiful and it's beautifully aged, and you know, I'm not going to use it, well maybe I would, but I know where I can get more from now, so you know, why not share the wealth? So that'll be going on the Etsy store as well. And then I found this one, and I only picked it up because of the cover, which is beautiful front and back. I mean, look at that. That's just so, it's actually, it reminds me of Nordic, you know, Nordic patterns, Christmas patterns. I don't know why, but it really does. It is a bit damaged, but that's okay, because I bought it for the cover because I want that for my Christmas journals next year. And then obviously inside there's some lovely bits of look at these pages, and these along the bottom as well, some lovely little bits of text, and pages are so yellowed and beautiful. So yeah, that was another thing I picked up. And then this was me absolutely star buy, and I absolutely adore this. This is a spreadsheet. Look how big it is. I can't show you the full thing because I can't zoom out that much, but it's the Leeds Daily News from August 1878. I mean, OMG, August 1878. It's just amazing. Look at all the adverts. I've been reading some of them. There's some really fun ones in there. And I will be making a digital copy of this. And it's got inside, it's got the news. And there's also some personal ads. And yeah, there we go. There's the personal ads. And it's beautiful. It's so delicate that I'm trying to be very careful with it, but that's going to get scanned, so yeah, that will be available before long. So that was all the music I found. Now I found a couple more books. Let me just get these in order. So these two I found in York. Now these were just in a charity shop. And the reason I like this is because of these lovely pictures. They reminded me of the, you know, the cigarette cards or the tea cards. And so I thought I can cut those out, and they'll be great for to put onto tags and as decorations. I could even make some little snippets with them by putting some scraps behind them. And they're just beautiful. I absolutely adore birds. They're just, you know, they're so pretty, so gorgeous. I'm very lucky that we've got trees at the back of my garden, and so every morning I wake up to hear the birds singing, and it's just beautiful. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And then this one, again, one of my ladybird books, you know I like them. And So this one's lovely. It's got some really nice artwork in it. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? The artists, I should say, who worked on the Ladybird books, I just love their aesthetic and their styles. And most of them are absolutely gorgeous. And these books have been going since the 40s, I think it was. This one, I think, is probably quite... yeah, it says 60p, so that's new money. So it's probably about 70s, 80s. I'd say 80s from the look of it. But yeah, and then in my hometown, I found these. Now, you're going to be thinking, what does a junk journal want with clutch bags? Okay, so I watched a tutorial from Pink Oddbird. Love your channel, sweetie, love your channel. And she used a clutch bag and made it into a junk journal, and I have been dying to try it ever since. And do you know what? I have looked everywhere and I cannot for the life of me find a decent clutch bag. And then the other day, one shop, a charity shop, I find two. I mean, you know, you look forever and then all of a sudden two. It's like when you're waiting for a bus, you can wait 50 minutes and then three turn up. So basically what I've done, all I've done so far is to open it up. So the book will get sewn in here, and I'll have to measure it to the size of the bag, and then that'll be the front cover, and then this will be the closure. So and this, oh, it's beautiful. I hope that you can see the colours on there, the pinks and the browns and the iridescence. It's beautiful. I'm not really into pink myself, you know, but I can't, like, this is just so beautiful. So I'm going to try some avocado dye for the first time, so wish me luck. And I will be doing a tutorial of how I do this. If you know, Pink Oddbird takes the credit because she was the one who did it first, and I will link below to her tutorial because it was great. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, and then the second one, I haven't done anything with this, but it's going to be the same kind of thing. This will be the front cover, the pages will get sewn in there, and then that will close over, and it's just a glamorous junk journal. I can't wait to get started on them. So I also got, in the same shop, this must be one of the original Filofax because it is quite old. They don't put dates on these, but you can tell, look at the yellowing on this. You can tell how quite old it is. But the reason I bought it was because I wanted these papers because they're great. And these are going to come in handy. I'm probably going to coffee dye and do some collaging on them and turn them into little booklets, so that'll be great. But I've also been thinking I might use this and put some pages in it to turn it into a little book to hold all my stamps, because at the minute I've got them in a little jar and it's not great because I can't really see what I've got. So yeah, I'm going to do that and turn that into my little stamp book. And then, talking about stamps, I found this one. Isn't this great? I mean, it says here January 1974. I think it's it's definitely early 70s. 72, year after I was born. Oh, giving myself away there, aren't I? But I love it because it's got these fantastic pictures in of stamps and old money, and that picture there is the first ever Christmas card that was ever sent, and I'm so happy that I've got that picture. And then it's got all these lovely bits and pieces in. So again, more fussy cutting. I'm just going to be fussy cutting forever. But yeah, there's some lovely pictures in, and there's some really great bits of writing and texting that I might just cut out as little captions as well. So that's going to be handy. And then I got this, and this is great. It's 3D, so I know it's old money, but I don't think that there is a date on this. But this is a book of how to write a letter for any occasion. You can tell by the yellowing that it is very old, and it is quite, you know, and somebody's been practicing there with a waterman's pen. And yeah, so it's for anything you want to say. So if you're going to write to the baker, if you need to write to a servant, to a mistress, I mean, that tells you how old this is. Servants and mistresses, oh, I love it. For a medical certificate, with a donation, I'm becoming engaged for a woman. I'm becoming engaged for a man. This is how you would write your letters, and I just love it. I think it's great. So these will be all. I'm going to research the age of it, and if it's out of copyright, then I might actually make some digitals. If not, then I'm going to be making these into ephemera, because I think it's great. It's so fun. I've actually read a couple and they are so funny. And again, I found this in My City, and it's actually a box of they're just cards, but these are vintage cards and they are in great condition. So they're the old paper ones. You can actually smell the age of them, but they're just lovely village scenes. And I thought these are going to be great to put in future journals, and they've got the envelopes with them as well. So yeah, so that was a nice find. And then it keeps coming, I got some lovely photographs. Now these I found in my local vintage store. It's actually a Healthy Aged charity shop, but the whole upstairs of the store is vintage. So they've got, like, you know, they've got stuff from Victorian age, and it's great. So some of these photos are lovely. They're actually not the photos, I'll put them out the way. But look at these, aren't they gorgeous? And this was the one that caught my eye, and when I saw this, I couldn't see the others in the cabinet, but after I saw that one, I had a really good look and I found them. And then this is all, aren't they great? I love cabinet cards. So I think these will be going with my digital scans. I'm preparing some to go on the Etsy, so I'll be adding those to them. And then I found these as well. And it's a little Happy Easter card, and it's a proper vintage one, but it hasn't been used. Isn't that cute? That'll be going in my Easter journal. And then this is a Valentine's card. Now, I haven't made a Valentine's journal, but it's just, I couldn't leave it behind. How sweet is that? And it is very vintage. So I just had to have that one. And then this I found, I'm going to cover that address up. It's the card inside that I love. It's beautiful. It's a lined envelope. I don't know if you can see, that's actually tissue paper lined. And look at that. I mean, how pretty is that? And it's just it's a Christmas card, but it's a proper vintage one, and it's really old. And so yeah, I had to have that too, and I thought that would be nice in one of my journals. So I'm thinking ahead, guys. And I went to the Works. Now, if you're in England, and you know the Works, it's a shop that sells books and bits of craft things. They have a sale on at the moment, and a lot of their embellishments are on half price or even less. These I found for half price, and they're just these lovely little paper butterflies. I'll take one out so you can see. And they're great because I've already used them. But they're lovely and ruffled, and I've already used them on one of my folios that I'm making. I'll show you that on a different video, but they're just great. And even if you just shush them up with a bit of lace and that, for 75p, you know, so get yourself down. I also bought a load of dies, but I've already put them away, so I didn't realise I was doing the whole video when I was sorting them out. But yeah, they had a whole load of the dies that were on for, some of them a £1. You can't get die cuts for £1, you know, and some of them are beautiful. They're intricate swirls, and I love that kind of thing. So yeah, I got those, and I've been playing with them. So yeah, I also got this bag. Now I'm thinking about Roaring Twenties. We're in the Roaring Twenties again, guys, and I just love this. It's kind of like an Art Nouveau kind of pattern, and it is a bag, but again, I'm going to try and turn this into a journal cover the same way as I have with that I'm going to do with the clutch bags. So that's my haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and I am back, and I am going to start my videos again, and I hope that you're going to enjoy them, and we'll have a great time chatting. Hopefully, I've missed you guys. I really have. I've missed doing this. Now that I've got all my equipment sorted, and I'm feeling a lot better now, and hopefully we can pick up where we left off. And I will be doing a video for the Ladybird junk journals that I made to explain what's happened with them. So yeah, stick around, please drop a like for this, and please subscribe, because the more we get the better. And happy crafting. Bye.